Okay, a blind for Emily. And I think I want to stay in only this deck. Now, sometimes when I do my blinds, I have multiple decks. I'm getting asked to stay in just this deck. We're doing 2 lines across. Let's see what's going on. It feels like there's a time of a little bit, sorrow is a bigger word than what it is, but it feels like 2 weeks that are going to be coming up that are difficult coming through. We're going to do 2 lines of things that you need to know in the next coming 2 weeks for Emily. But there's also some joy that needs to be recognized. There's a sense of bittersweetness coming through on this. Let me scooch this over. Just scooch these boxes a little bit out of the way. I want to scooch this so you guys can see it. And so it lines up correctly when I aim this down. So sorry. Okay, we're going to go down to it. Hopefully that'll do it. Oh, come on. Okay. Hopefully you can see. The first line, we've got the heart of the sky. This is the heart of the matter, the cosmic connection, the desire that wants to come forward. The child wondering if this is a doable thing. This feels like the child feels underestimating something, a little bit of doubt there, a little bit of intimidation about some sort of dream that wants to be moving forward. The arrow is representative of the desire from the heart, the straight forward desire of the heart that wants to go forward. The earth is saying get grounded. The earth is saying know where you're at, know where you are. Going back to the heart of the sky, it's good to have the ambitions, the dreams, the excitement, and all of this within our heart, but know where you're at. It doesn't mean you can't have it. It means you need to know where you are at in the present moment now in order to move forward. The Beauty Way is coming up. I love this card. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Hopefully you can see this. This is a gorgeous card. It takes a little while for something to unfold, to bloom, to open. It feels like understanding the nature of spring is something important for you. So we're going to stop for just a minute. Understanding the nature of spring, when people are planting seeds, when the flowers are starting to appear again, and when it takes a while for the blossoms to come in fully. This is what's coming up. The heart of the sky, the dream and the desire, and the anxiousness, really. This is excitement energy coming up. And then this, letting it unfold. Now we're going to go back down to the card so you can see again. Hang on. The blade, the arrow and the blade. This coming through really strongly, really strongly. If we were in Tarot land, we might compare these to the aces of swords and of wands. The blade is asking you to cut away, to get very, very clear about the important truth, the singular truth. Clear the crown chakra. Clear the crown chakra. It's asking you to reconnect with yourself, to tune in and really see what's going on with the heart of this child. Yes, yes. If your younger self could see how far you've come now, even if you went back 5 years, some people go back 10 years, some people a whole hell of a lot more years than that. But if you went back to a certain young age where you're this about roughly age, and the child would see how far you've come and what you're doing and the success you're creating, they would be amazed. Your younger self would be like totally blown away at everything you've accomplished. This also reminds me and asks that you be less critical on yourself. Cut away and know the truth. The serpent here. The winding path. This is not about trickery. This is about the winding path and shedding the old self. The old self. Shedding the old self and traveling this winding path. Allowing for there to be curves in the road. Allowing for this to move forward. Huge, huge important. The sweat lodge. Now, sweat lodges were usually sacred spaces you would go to for purification, for detox, for those kinds of things, or for healing. Both things can be happening, need to be happening, need to be happening. Both things need to be happening. Again, we're going to the arrow and blade. It's asking for you to allow what has passed that needs to be let go, to be completely let go, released is the word I'm getting. It's asking for you to let go of the toxic, ego-driven kind of stuff that creates disappointment and doubt, and let the inspiration come through. Medicine wheel is coming up. Allow for seasons of change to happen. Allow for seasons of growth to happen. The caterpillar doesn't become butterfly overnight. Now, when we see death and transformation in tarot, we see, and I talk about butterfly and coming out of the cocoon and all that. But there's a period of time that you need to be in the cocoon. Is it making sense to you now? There's a period of time that you need to allow the cocoon to happen. There's a period of time where after you plant the seed in spring, you need to let it be in the earth doing its thing under the ground. Sprout, 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 getting warm, cozy, and like all this moistness going on before it sprouts and kicks up above the earth. This is what's happening. The medicine is to let yourself be cocooned. Shower yourself with self-love right now. Allow more and more and more gifts to self to happen. The rattle, this is huge. This is about rhythms of life. This is about sacred cleansings that can happen. I have a rattle that my aunt, who is a shaman, gave to me. And you can do it around your whole biofield. You can shake the rattle or the sound. But getting in touch with sounds and rhythms, very important for you right now. Very important. It doesn't matter. You can grab a box of, I don't care if you have a box of macaroni and cheese, that rattle sound. If you shake it and you start shaking and getting a cadence going on, it's going to help you to recognize the rhythm. It wouldn't hurt you to find a rattle or create your own rattle just to do this kind of work for yourself. It's not something that has to be fancy. What makes this sacred is your intention, your heart, and your devotion to whatever it is that you are doing that helps create healing for you. Your devotion to that practice is good. It's important. Walking the middle world is coming up here. Now we talked about the heart of the sky and we talked about the earth. You've had sky and earth, right? And you are learning to walk the middle world. You are learning to let your roots come in a little bit stronger before the growth can happen. This is big for you. This is where we are. We're in the middle world. Some people might just call it like we're in the human form. Before we got here, we were somewhere. After we die, we're going to be somewhere. But we're in this middle space, in the space between the parentheses, right, is where we are in the now moment. And this is where we need to be, grounded in what we're doing in this day and in this very, very present moment. Not comfortably doing patterns of the past or screwing around, being in the past, not locked by that. And not so dreamy in the future that we are missing out on the present. This is huge for you. This is why you feel like you need to be grounded. It doesn't mean don't dream. It doesn't mean don't plan. It means understand the space in time that you're occupying now. It's important for you. And then lightning. Your mind will be opened up and this will come as an epiphany, like the bolt out of the blue. This is the epiphany. It's like, it flashes. Keep dreaming, keep understanding what it is that you want to have for the heart of the sky. Allow space for this to be more balanced and then allow the epiphany to drop. The epiphany is when, aha, oh, I get it now. That kind of energy comes through. This is what's coming through for you. And this is very, very big. It is, you need a summer rain to really water everything that's been planted in spring. This is what's coming. You need the rains. I can't quite get all the lyrics, but it's Annie Lennox, Here Comes the Rain Again. That's a song that you should listen to. This is a song, Allow the Rain to Come On Again. There's also Jody Messina, Bring On the Rain. But I feel stronger connection to Annie Lennox. Those are the two songs that they're both, I can't sort and sift. You'll be able to sort and sift, but yes. And throwing back to Neil Sedaka, Laughter in the Rain. Yeah, those are three songs. It's something about the rain is when the epiphany's going to come. So if I was you, I would be listening to songs. I would create a rattle. Doesn't have to be a rain stick, but I would create a rattle that gets you in touch with that. And I'd be aware. Sometimes you can smell the rain before it starts. Be very, very aware. This is what's coming in. This is you getting more and more connected to the earth, more and more connected to that child, and really understanding how far you've come. There is a sense of you've come such a long way. You've done so well. Yeah, that's what's coming through. It's coming through super strong. Anything else? Gogs wants to be here. Hang on. Gogs is one of my guides. He wants to be here. And what he's showing me is like almost like a rain slicker, oil slicker cape that's wet. He usually is out in the front yard building the fire. Fire's out. The rain has come. He's in the rain slicker or in the cape and the coat, enjoying the night, understanding. Yeah, there's a pause that needs to come after this rain for you. So it feels like the rain is an important marker of time, watershed moment, so to speak, of time, and then you move forward from that. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes. That was amazing, but that's what I've got. Good luck on that. That's what I got. Wow, let me get some water and then we'll see what's coming next. All right. Yeah, that was kind of a lengthy, intense, but very, very earthy, earthy, earthy. Ashley for a blind. Okay. For Ashley for a blind. Hang on one second. I want to get all of the cards. There we go. So we've got the Tattered Wings and also the Lantern Oracle for Ashley going on. So we'll see what's going on for Ashley for a blind. I want both of these. Yeah, this one, we want one from here in the center, and then we're going to go around with these. We'll see what happens. One in the center, and I tell you, we go around, and what comes up? A wheel. Says, wishful expectations, acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. So we're going to take a close look at that as we go down. I'm going to put a wheel around this. We'll see what's going on. This is going to show you where sometimes we see things and we think we're seeing clearly, and we need to adjust the glasses, adjust the view, and it gets more clear. The wishful expectations aren't wrong. They lead us in the way that we want to go, but we've got to get our head out of the clouds a little bit. Okay, so this is what we're getting. Yeah, and it feels like once you do things, move into place with a lot more ease. Okay, now I'm going to flip this down so you can see pretty clear. Flip this down. Okay, what we're getting here is there's a huge difference between a crow and a phoenix coming in, and these are coming in huge and hot. What we're getting is the crow and the phoenix. You need to understand the difference. Understand the difference. It's not the difference between a crow and a raven. It's understanding the difference between the crow and the phoenix. Crows and ravens will hold a grudge for far too long. In fact, they will remember, like, the people that have wronged them. The birds will remember this. And this is being bogged down by something that is a memory of the past in that manner that is serving too long. It's rooting you and keeping you grounded and keeping you stuck. So over here we have this phoenix energy coming through, and you have to burn down your own nest. This is like burning down everything. This is phoenix energy coming through on this. This is being willing to light your nest on fire in order that you might grow. So to tear it all down, to break it all down, to bring it to the ground before you can go. There's something subconsciously trying to drive this forward. There's a subconscious desire that wants to come through, and it's coming through. It kind of turns, fits and starts, and then turns, fits and starts. This is what it is. I don't know why I get automotive references. I'm not very good with cars, but what I'm getting is, like, they used to have cars and there would be, how to describe these wheels, and then this belt would go around. But if the belt is too loose, it like creates a problem. It doesn't catch evenly, and it feels like after a while it's going to get its sense of balance going on. That's what's coming through. Fits and starts in that way. It's like the belt's too loose. The belt's too loose. The tensioner belt is too loose, and it feels like when you're in the holding the grudge and stuck in the past, it doesn't allow release. The release is coming. If you are staying too deeply entrenched in something, it's getting in your way. It's almost like these cards, I would rather perhaps that they would be shifted, but they won't. They came how they came. This wants to become this. This wants to let go of some of the grudge holding and some of the sorrow, some of the pain of the past, in order that you might move forward. And it will happen. It will happen. It takes a little bit of time. There is a dance to be done by this firebird. And this is what is very interesting. You are seeing the phoenix and the raven. That you're seeing something where you let go of the grudge, and it really is a sense of true. Now, people will talk a lot about forgiveness and blah, 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 and that's good for yourself, da-da-da-da-da. It's not about the other person. But what it is actually damn healing and freeing. Liberating is the word that I'm getting. Liberating. When something like this happens, when you can let go. And maybe it's not forgiveness. Maybe it's just an acceptance of what was, and who gives a fuck anymore. really. What was, and now you get to move on and move free. You just can't carry that heavy weight around with you anymore. You can't carry it. It's like you need to be able to burn it all down, let it all go, throw it all out, all that jazz, in order that you might be free. What are we seeing here? Wow. It feels as though it shifts the whole sand and shore. Now this card, you can see almost like it would look like the earth from a distance or the shore, depending how you look at it. And you need the reprieve and you need the perspective shift and change. And I want one more from the Healing Lantern. The expectations need more grounded. They aren't wrong to have. The desires aren't wrong to have. But you need to pull your head out of the clouds a little bit to be grounded and understand the perspective in order to move forward, to let it go, let it go. Expectations of other persons might always let people down. Focus on what you want to do for self, not goal driven, but do for, to honor self. Yes. Eternal gatekeeper, acknowledge now, assert, protect what is right for you. Yes, yes. Look how fierce this is. Look how absolutely fierce. This is what's coming in. You are ready to burn down the nest and move something forward in a big and powerful way. This is really, really the time. It's like the dark night of the soul is almost over and done for you. The wishful expectations or what you thought might be, you're ready to let go of that and get real about what you need to honor within yourself in order to free yourself. That's what's coming through, and that feels complete. Don't know what all that's about, but that's what I got. So, okay, that's what it is, guys. Holy cow. And this is the Lantern Oracle, which is a beautiful, beautiful one. And then the Tattered Wigs Oracle. So absolutely stunners. Really, really beautiful. All right, let me get a little bit of water, and then we'll see what else is going on. So, okay. And if you want to get on the list, let Kim know. You're welcome, Ashley. You are so, so welcome. No problem at all. Yeah, that Phoenix energy is coming in super, super strong. And there was a whole lot of orange going on in there. A whole lot of orange. So it's suggesting that you get the sacral chakra activated, the creative power activated. Yeah. Well, this is clear. Okay. All right. So we will see what we can do for a collective. Which one do we want to go into? We're going into the weird world for the collective, I think, is what we're doing now. So, okay. And if you guys have paid for a reading, let Kim know. She'll keep things going on straight, but the collective is now. So this is what we're doing now. And this is the weird world. Holy cow, why are we in here? There's something about history repeating, and we know that history repeats or rhymes. We all have heard that somewhere or another. But what we're getting is this cycle that wants to come to a conclusion, and there is an energy within us that wants to push something forward. The Six of Swords, leaving the rough waters for the smooth. The Five of Swords, leaving the battlefield and leaving the bully on the battlefield, walking away from something. You don't go running into this house if you know it is a loss. You let it burn down. Then you celebrate when you can start something new. Sometimes there are things that are so epic, so, I don't know if disastrous is the right word, but so screwball that you just gotta, it's like when a kid needs to learn the lesson the hard way. This is what it feels like. It feels like some of us are ready to do this. Others are going to stand and watch. Others are dumb enough that they might run into this, but we know better than this. Yeah, something needs to be burnt down. Again, we had that Phoenix energy in the last reading, and here we have so much flame. There is something that needs to be cleansed. And it feels like torn down, cleansed, taken down, done away with, and the lesson needs learned again in a different way. And sometimes it feels like there's no progress for humanity at all. But actually, there has been quite a bit. And when it happens, when finally the shit hits the fan for the final time, whatever that might be, then we get to celebrate something and move forward. What else do we got? Wow, wow, wow. Okay. We've got the Five of Wands and the Empress here. So we've got the Five of Wands coming up, and this is the one about competition and strife and conflict. And we also discussed that just a little earlier about how being more solution-oriented helps. This is mock battle. This is stupid fights of egos, and usually it's shown where the young boys are fighting, and they may not even be focused on what they're fighting for, or if they're fighting each other, they're raising their sticks, and they aren't paying attention. I've sometimes called this too many cooks in the kitchen. There's so much competing, that people aren't paying attention and need to slow down. And then you get the Empress coming in. She would call out those kids in a heartbeat and say, okay, knock it off. Quit acting like little shits. Figure it out. We're not going to play this game. I'm not here to be the referee. You guys settle down, sort it out, work together. She's coming in like a bossy old mom. She's just not having it. She is too pregnant, too ready to birth something new. So put up with little baby boys, little irritating, fighting kids, or a mean girl energy. She's just fucking over it. It's like, I got bigger fish to fry, folks. Let's get on to this. We've got to do something new. Something new is trying to be birthed. Whether you figure this is the divine feminine or anything else, it is coming in. Whether these guys want to deal with it or not. These ones that saw the house and the somewhat traditional burn down, they know there's reason to celebrate. They know there's chance for a new start going on. Anything else? The Empress is all about abundance. She is about having growth happen. Not just growth for her personally or growth of the child that's about to be born, but growth overall. She knows growth has to happen. Anything else for the collective? Basically, get out of your own way. If this means pull your head out of your ass, pull your head out of your ass. Quit being so uptight and so... It doesn't serve. Justice is here. Karmic justice is coming. There is a balance happening. It's bigger than any one of us at all. At all. It's bigger than any one of us. It's moving forward in such a way that we feel like sometimes we can't control what's going on, but it is here. And this justice is not blind. She is keenly aware of what needs to balance. So the ones that will go away for peace or the ones that stare as it burns down, doesn't matter. It will change. The change that is coming is coming. And there is something, and this is Angie Insight. Take it for what it is. There is something big happening in August. I do not know what or why, but change has happened for many of us. The tower that's been happening, the shift has been felt. Other people are still experiencing that tower moment. So be very, very aware. This Five of Swords has shades of tower coming in, and they haven't realized that there is defeat going on. They're just stunned. So sometimes it is that we need to stay in a space of waiting and then move forward. That's what I've got. That's a very trippy collective, but that's what I've got. This is the Weird World Tarot, and it's beautiful, but that's what came through. Okay. All right. So we'll see what Kim has to say. Yes. Yes, Kim. Yes. That was for Emily, and it's recorded. So I will have it up after the show. I'll upload it. But yes. Yes. Yeah, that was very clear earlier on. Yeah. Clear as in typed in message. Yeah. So yes, that's correct. That's correct. All right. So that's what we got going on. I'm wondering if we should step out and back in and restart because we've got like 7 people in here. So maybe the algorithm is a little off. I don't know. We can see what's going on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. So, sure. Okay. I'm gonna step out and back in. The first blind wasn't paid. I did a blind for Emily first, and it will be there. And if there's a payment that needs to come in, whatever, you guys will know. We will know. But there was 2 blinds that I did, and the first one I think was the one for Emily, but I don't know now. We're further on. But yeah, that was the intention. So if you guys need to make the payment, whatever. We'll figure it out. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to step out and come back in. Okay, see you in a bit.